homesteader sat on this lagoon and thought, what if I just sold everything and lived here? This is what that actually looks like. We traded 5 rental houses for this entire fish camp, legally avoided a $250,000 tax bill to do it, and came within 1 phone call of the whole thing falling apart over 2 roofs. Here's exactly how it happened. The good, the expensive, and the one mistake that almost sank it for us.
Well, hello, welcome to Florida Fishing at Oak Hill Fish Camp. My name's Krista and I'm one of the owners here at the Oak Hill Fish Camp, and we just passed our first anniversary here, and I'm excited to share with you the whole journey on how I acquired this place. And I really would love to introduce to you the man who helped guide me through this entire journey. No way I could have made this happen without him. So I'd love to introduce to you my realtor, Tom McNamara.
Hey, Krista, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
So, hey, Krista, I know personally that you're into the outdoors and you're into, a lot of things with animals and things like that. But what the heck made you decide to sell all of your rentals and buy this place?
Yeah, that was kind of a big project. Well, what happened was I was perusing realtor.com like I normally do, just dreaming of high-dollar homes on the Intracoastal, because that's what I would love to have one day. And then I happened to see this property online that was divided into several units. And I thought, that looked like something I might be able to manage. And then I added up, the values of the properties that I had, which were in Sanford, Florida. And then I figured out how that would relate to this. And I thought, well, it'll just be a transfer of equity. I can do this. And so that's how it started.
And you had a little bit of experience in the hospitality space running an Airbnb, right?
Yeah, actually, I had some experience running Airbnb in Sanford, and I have a beach condo that I also run as an Airbnb. So this just seemed like a really good fit.
A little bit of a natural fit for that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then
absolutely.
on top of that, Bill is a boat guy.
He is a boat guy,
right?
Yes.
And this place has a 2-dock marina. You've got a lift.
We have 4 right now, boat lift, yeah.
You got a boat lift and you got a boat ramp, which I understand is a massive advantage here in the county, because they're not letting new boat lifts or boat ramps go in very much, are they?
No, not really, no. And the thing is, the people that come here and stay here bring their boats with them, and they could use the ramp, put their boats in the water, and leave them at the docks while they're here.
Right, so you've got a lot of different things going on here. Tell me a little bit about the structure of this. I think when you bought it a year ago, there were 3 cabins and a house, and then there were 4 RV spots, but you've made some changes.
We have, absolutely. Now, the cabins, what we refer to as cabins, are basically kind of like an Airbnb. It has all their linens and everything set up, but some of them happen to be RVs that we set up that people can come rent. So basically, one of our RV spots, we just moved a new RV in that we're going to be renting out, like a cabin.
So you've got an RV that you rent as a unit that somebody can just come out here and rent, versus me having to have my own RV where I bring it out here.
Correct. It'll make it easier for people, and there just seems to be more demand for that. There's a lot of RV spaces around here, so where people can rent RV spots.
Fantastic. So what other things have you added or changed in here since a year ago?
A lot of it has to do with the renovations. We did renovate the majority of our cabins because we had the hurricanes a couple of years ago, and the former owners did a great job bringing it up to speed, but still needed some more work, particularly flooring. We got a new AC system in one of them, and then some paint, and we got screen rooms on 2 of them that weren't here last time.
That's right. I remember seeing those screen rooms. That was a big deal. I think you did a big video on your channel about that, right?
That's a huge deal, because now people can sit out and enjoy during the summer months when, sorry, this is Mosquito Lagoon. There's bugs here.
It does get a little buggy out here sometimes, right? Right. So being in a nice screen room, you can enjoy that a little bit more.
Right.
All right. So Krista, when you first found this place, you found it on Realtor, and you had looked at it, and you had your rental properties that you had owned in Sanford for a decade or more, right? Most of them.
Yeah, I've had them, a lot of them for a long time.
Yeah. So you bought them really, really low.
Yes,
right?
At the bottom of the market.
Bottom of the market. And you put a lot of money into them over time, but they still needed a little bit of work, because tenants kind of beat up houses a little bit, and maybe we don't bring them up to the best standard when they're in there renting them. So when we took the vision of owning this place and you had all those rentals, some of them were rented, some of them were vacant, one of them was an Airbnb, right?
Right.
So tell me about what your thought process was as far as figuring out like how much you needed to renovate them and put money into them and how much you were going to net out.
Right. So basically, I went through the portfolio that I had and just very rough best guess estimate of how much equity I had in each of the homes and how much I thought I'd get after fixing them up and selling them. And I looked at that number and compared that to what they were asking for this property here, and it was pretty darn close.
Pretty close.
Pretty darn close. It's like, you know what? That's why I wanted to reach out to you, because I think I could do this.
Yeah, and I remember the call that you did. You know, you're like, Tom, I've kind of got this crazy vision, this thing that I want to do. And when you first brought it to me, I was like, yeah, I did the same thing. I looked at the numbers. I said, yeah, this makes sense. But we did talk about one thing that's really, really important when you have a very low basis of purchase on a rental property. And over the years, you've depreciated it and you've gained equity.
Yes.
Right? And there's a big tax bill that's a set that you're facing.
Huge.
And I remember we happened to use the same CPA, right?
Yep.
And we had a conversation with him about what your bill would be. Do you remember what that number was?
Something like $250,000 in total. That's crazy.
It was.
How much I'd have to pay in taxes.
Yeah, if you actually sold those properties and took the money and just took the money, you would have a $250,000 tax bill.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which, you know, it's not a bad thing to have if you're taking a bunch of money and you're going to go do something with it. But if you don't have
to, be fun.
No, if you don't have to give the government that money, at least not now,
right?
Better to defer it, right?
Absolutely.
So we used a 1031 exchange, which is
it helped me defer the taxes.
Yeah,
I didn't have to pay it.
Great advantage, right? So you don't have to pay the taxes right away. You don't have to worry about the depreciation recapture.
Right.
And you get to take all the money and put it into the new property. And that's kind of the key of a 1031 exchange.
Right.
Is that you have to buy a new property and the property has to be more expensive, right, than all the properties that you're selling. Otherwise, you do get to pay a little.
It worked about, it was pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty darn close, yeah.
Now, you do get to take off how much you paid for it and all the improvements you made over time and all those kind of things.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you didn't end up getting a tax bill on this.
No, absolutely, none at all.
That is fantastic. That was our goal, right?
Yes.
A 1031 exchange lets you sell investment real estate and roll the proceeds into other investment real estate while deferring the capital gains tax. The rules are very strict. The money goes through a qualified intermediary. You never get to touch it. You have 45 days from your sale to identify the replacement property, 180 days to close on it, and to defer the full tax bill. The property that you buy has to be of equal or greater value, and you have to reinvest all of the proceeds. So, leave money on the table, and that leftover, they call it the boot, gets taxed. And to be crystal clear, deferred definitely means deferred, not erased. And by the way, none of this is tax advice, so go ahead and consult your CPA if you want to do this for yourself. Tom and I both leaned on the same CPA this entire way, and you should definitely lean on yours too.
All right, yeah. So Krista, I know that when we targeted this property to purchase, you had the 5 rental properties that we talked about, and they were in various states of being, right? 3 of them, I think, had tenants in them, which some of them even had terms left on their lease.
Yep.
And then one of them, you had started renovating, but you stopped.
Yeah, I did.
That one was a little bit of a mess. And then you had the one that was an operating Airbnb, right?
Right.
So we had to prioritize like how you were going to do this. And not only that, but you didn't have a lot of cash to just go dump all this money.
That's a lot of homes, yeah.
Yeah, so tell me about the thought process and how we prioritize those.
Well, I know the ones with the tenants in them, obviously I needed to give them notice. So I had to wait until they were out before that happened. And I actually got lucky because they actually told me they were ready to leave.
Okay.
Only one I actually had to ask to leave.
Okay.
And they were behind on their rent anyway, so it was an easy conversation.
Yeah, it makes it easier.
And obviously the Airbnb was the one that was the easiest to get started because I was able to just stop renting it out. Stop anytime. And problem is, like, that one just took a long time to renovate.
So we had the timeline, right? On the 1031 exchange, we did have to have all of the homes sold within 6 months of you purchasing the fish camp.
Yeah.
right?
It was a huge endeavor.
Yeah, and so you had to renovate, you had to borrow the money, renovate them, and get them sold, all while balancing cash flow with the ones that were still paying and getting those out, right? So, I mean, the integral part of that was Bill.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Because it required that he got these homes renovated in time, and I'm talking video ready. That was a term you
That was a
came up
term we
with,
used,
because
right?
one thing that you like to do is you bring a video crew in.
Correct.
To actually really make the house look good. And I will give myself credit. I staged it well. Thank you
You
very
did.
much.
You staged every one of them very well.
But video ready meaning done, done, done.
Yeah.
And how many people can actually do that? Seriously,
You know,
Bill really
well,
made it
and
happen.
obviously he prioritized it over a lot of other things in his life, which
He
we were
dropped
thankful
everything.
for.
Yes, he
Yeah.
dropped what he was doing.
Now, I know that generally speaking, if I remember right from the spreadsheet, we got more from every property sales price than we expected, except maybe one. I think one we
Yeah,
took a little bit
I
less.
was very, very surprised.
But you didn't net as much.
Well, the
because you had-
renovations were a lot more than I thought. And, you know, well, one, I haven't done a full renovation in years.
Right.
It's been a long time. And I used to flip and fix and flip homes a long time ago, but prices have changed.
Prices have changed.
But then also a lot of things came up that I didn't realize needed to be fixed.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and that really hurt. But I mean,
I think
you
we
have
had
to
a
keep going.
couple of air conditioners we didn't plan on replacing, a roof that we
Yeah.
didn't plan on replacing.
Exactly.
So, Krista, let's talk about the fun that we had with those two properties that you had re-roofed about 2 or 3 years beforehand,
Right, right.
and by a licensed contractor
Yes,
who you paid to pull a permit.
yes, I did. And so I did, and I thought it was all done.
And he did pull a permit.
Yeah.
He just
but-
didn't bother to have it inspected, and he didn't bother to have it closed out.
Right. And that
So,
put me in a pickle.
yeah, so here you are with, $10,000 roofs that essentially don't exist as far as the county is concerned, right?
Yeah.
And
And had you advertise them as newer roofs.
we did. We
Yeah.
advertised them as new roofs because they are, right? And so, when we, of course, when we went under contract with them, we found out, and we went through a heck of a process
Oh my
getting those things done, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, and obviously the roofer couldn't have been a great roofer to begin with, right? But number two, he has no real incentive because he's not getting paid. So we essentially had to threaten him
Pretty much, yeah.
to get him to do the job. And he
Yeah.
still took, 6-8 weeks to get, I think it was 6 weeks for one, 8 or 9 weeks for the
Well,
other.
that's what we allowed in the contracts because I promised to get it done and held some of the some of the escrow money
We
would
did,
get returned
right.
to them if I didn't get it done on time.
Right.
Because we thought that was plenty of time.
Plenty of time. It should be.
Been. It should have been.
Yeah. And so
But
one
he
of
dragged
them,
his feet.
yeah, we had to get an engineer, or he had to get an engineer out there to write a letter, submit it to the city,
Yeah.
and they had to approve it, which they took 3 or 4 shots at it before they got the letter right.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the city kept spitting it back
Kept
because
rejecting
the
it, yeah.
letter was very vague on who's responsible.
It was very vague. They were
Yeah.
trying not to take responsibility,
Right.
And so at the end, we forced them to take responsibility. One of them, we settled out about a week or 2 before the deadline, but one of them came right
Yeah.
down to the day.
It actually was a day late.
It was a day late.
technically,
But we got away with it.
but we got away with it because I actually called the city.
Mm-hmm.
It was someone from the building department, and I got him on the phone, and he said, "Oh, it's on his desk." He was reviewing it that day. And I explained to him the situation, and I was actually very impressed that he cared enough to go get that and work on it right then, and he stamped it while I was on the phone.
While
with
you're on
him.
the phone.
Yes.
And so we were able to hand over the good news that
And it
permits
showed up
closed
immediately
out,
online too.
which usually that takes a whole day too.
No,
right?
it showed up.
Yeah, so that was a horrible experience, but it worked out.
It worked out.
Okay, because we stuck with it. And I will say, Krista, I do remember quite a few late evening, early morning conversations with you where you had a little bit of frustration.
It's just a stressful experience, and you have stuff like this come up, this is not something that should have even been a problem.
Correct.
You know, it shouldn't
Correct.
have been. And so you got that. And then just the financial stress because of these extra renovations that I wasn't planning on.
Absolutely.
You know, and so I was running out of money. And yes, I did borrow money, but the payments were...
You've been making payments on,
Yeah.
at least on some of them.
Some of them, that's true. Not all of them, not all of them.
And also, meanwhile, you're trying to run a new business that you're just getting your feet under,
Oh boy, yeah, that was a lot.
right?
That was
And
a lot.
you know, it was a business that was running already, but you made a lot of changes and improvements, right?
But I had to know how she was doing as the former owner.
Right.
Because that was a big job in of itself because she has a special reservation system that was existing here. And I had to learn how all that worked.
Are you still using that system?
Yes, I am.
All right. So
I
so
am.
that worked out. You were able to take over a function of their business
I did.
that worked really well.
I did. And she worked with me quite well.
All right. So what's next?
So that's the deal side of the story. The equity, the exchange, and the roofs. I'd happily never repeat it. But none of the deadlines in that story get hit without one person, Bill. 5 houses renovated to video ready on a clock, and then a hurricane-beaten fish camp rebuilt on the other end of it. So Tom sat down with him on the pontoon to talk about how it actually got done and where this place goes from here.
All right. So we're sitting here with our new friend, somebody we've known for a long time, Bill.
Yes, sir.
Bill, welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you.
So, Bill, you were absolutely integral in getting all of these properties renovated and things done.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was a lot of work in a short period of time, but I did have to surround myself with some good subcontractors that, you know, held to their schedules, and very few surprises, which is exceptionally good because a lot of times, you know, when you start tearing out walls, you come up with some surprises that change a lot of things.
We did have a few of them. If I remember right, we had one that had some pretty big plumbing issues when you
Correct.
opened it up, and we ended up having to almost gut that entire bathroom when that wasn't the plan.
That wasn't the plan, no.
And if I remember right, also we had one, there was a problem maybe with one of the, it wasn't the septic itself, but maybe the pipe going out that had to...
Pipe going out. Yeah, most of those houses were built so long ago, though. They built up a lot of stuff that needed to be done. I mean, and bring it back to a decent code for somebody else to, you know, buy the house and spend the money
Sure.
on the house. They needed to have it fixed, and that's why we didn't cut any corners when it came to that.
No,
We
no.
made sure that we did everything right. And from kitchens to bathrooms to drywall, texture on drywalls, and bring everything up to 20th century, so to speak.
How many kitchens did we redo? Did we do 2 or 3?
We did 3.
3 full
Yep.
kitchen
But-
updates,
Yep.
and then a couple of bathroom
Actually,
updates.
you know, both the Summerlin ones we did, Elliott we did a full kitchen in 20th Street.
So that's 4.
Yeah, it's 4.
Well, 4 out of 5, yeah, okay. So meanwhile, while you're doing that, you're also started helping out back here at the actual fish camp, renovating cabins and doing general maintenance and all those kind of things.
Yeah, the place after a hurricane a few years ago really destroyed our first 2 cabins up in the front, redfish and trout. I replaced a lot of flooring in there because when the screen rooms went with the hurricane, they had sliding glass doors, so the water would just sit there and get underneath the floor. So a lot of that flooring had to be replaced. So we went ahead and put French doors in and put new screen rooms on, redid the floors completely, put in a floating wood floor now, and replaced a lot of the wood that was bad underneath there.
So during all this, I know you and I worked closely together with a lot of the coordinating, and you had to, I gave you timelines, right? Like, I need you to get it done by this day.
Strict
We-
guidelines.
We called it video ready. Well, we were all under the gun, you know, of the 1031 exchange, right? And money flow, right? Because,
Yes, sir.
you know, we needed to sell one property to get the money back to start renovating the next
Correct.
and all those kind of things. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your other businesses here that we've started to expand into now? Because if I remember right, there were no boats here that were operating.
Correct.
And so now there are.
Yes, sir. Now we started doing some boat rentals, and we have a little bit for everybody. We got a 12-foot little skiff to a center console to a pontoon boat we're sitting on right now.
Pontoon boat that we're sitting on. And then you got a new one coming up, right? I think we're going to show a little video of that one.
The
I think he's talking about the Sea Ray.
Sea Ray.
Oh, the Sea Ray, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you got a new.
different. That's different.
Okay.
That's going to be an Airbnb, and we have a 6-pack charter boat that we're getting, and it's not going to necessarily run out of here. We don't have the water depth. We have water depth at the camp, and we have it right behind me at 300 feet, 400 feet, but it's a channel going out to it that we can't actually run it out of here, so we're
Okay.
going to run it out of New Smyrna.
So you're going to get a charter boat to run out of New Smyrna, and then you'll kind of operate that business out of here.
Correct. We do plan on running some inland charters out of here as well. maybe on a pontoon boat or center console for people who want to do inshore fishing and don't want to rent a boat. They want a guide to go out and, show them where the hot spots are.
Great. And Crystal, what kind of other things do we have out here that people can enjoy while they're out here enjoying their cabin?
Well, people like the fact that there's not a whole lot of other people around here.
Right.
It's a relatively small fish camp, and our location is right where the boats can start picking up speed going south, right behind us.
Gotcha.
And so I think that's one of the biggest draws, but people just come here to get away. South of here, there's no civilization at all. None.
I noticed I didn't have any cell signal on my way in here, so it's, that definitely
But
tells
that
you
is why
something.
people like to come.
We got
Right.
good signal here, but yeah.
Yeah, we have signal here. Yeah, for sure.
And we have Wi-Fi here.
So you have some kayaks?
Oh yeah, kayaks are free for our guests to use. People oftentimes bring their boats and they can use our ramp to drop them in and then keep them on the docks right here by the boathouse.
1 year in, 5 houses became 1 fish camp. A $250,000 tax bill got legally deferred instead of paid. A roofer nearly blew up 2 closings, and Bill rebuilt half this property with a stopwatch running. Would I do it again? In a heartbeat, because now we get to live where you come to fish. If you're new here, subscribe. We're on this lagoon every week, fishing, boats, and everything happening at the camp. And if you want the deep dive money version of the story, the financing, the exchange mechanics, and all that, Tom's covering that on his channel eventually. So go ahead and subscribe to the Florida Real Estate Insider, links below. Now, here's how you can come and see this place yourself.
If you would like to book a stay at one of our cabins, you can just check our description below or give us a call at 386-426-7191.
Hey, we're out here filming for 2 YouTube channels today with Krista and Tom. What's your YouTube channel, Krista?
It's Florida Fishing, Oak Hill Fish Camp.
And Mr. McNamara?
Florida Real Estate Insider.
2 Florida channels. You got to check them out. It's the link's in my description, actually. And we're going to tag everyone, too. So we're having fun out here in, where are we, Krista?
At Oak Hill Fish Camp, of course.
At Mosquito Lagoon. So check out both channels.